Good morning. We are back working on CRV today. Actually, I had a video filmed for you guys already about a week or so ago, but I went to edit it and realized all the footage was corrupted on my phone. I don't know if it was because storage was full or what happened, but all the videos were at like 10 times the speed. None of them had any audio. I think there was like one or two clips that ended up okay, but I'm not even going to use them because they don't even make sense out of context. But we did a few things on the CRV, so I'm going to quickly run through and show you guys what we did in the last video. And then we're going to talk about what we're going to do in this video as well. It's just going to be a few little touch-up things on the CRV. Nothing major. I'm also working on another video for you guys today. It's going to be similar to the AC Courage video, so if you like that, you're really going to like this next one. So let's get to work. So the first thing I did was I had started to notice that my lift gate would like go up and get stuck like right around here, and then it was like really crunchy on the way up instead of being kind of smooth like this, you know? And I noticed that this bolt right here was like really loose. You can see how it's like flush right here. Maybe you can see better this way. I don't know, it's kind of bright. But this bolt is nice and tight right here. What happened was this was like way loose and it was crooked like this, so when this thing was going up, it was basically shaking this thing loose. So all you had to do was just kind of put like a lock wrench on here basically, and then just take I'm pretty sure it was 10 millimeter, just that, and just twist them opposite directions and tighten it. So that's good. This thing now moves pretty smooth. It's not perfect, but these are pretty old struts on it. And the other thing I did was I've actually not had a working rear wiper. Oh, hi. A rear wiper this whole time. The previous owner told me about it. I knew it was going to happen when I bought the car, but he actually had a spare wiper motor, so I replaced that as well, which was way easier than I thought it was going to be. You just had to take these two out, pop this cover off. There's a screw for the wiper, pop this cover off, little 10 mil right there, and then you just unbolt this and there's a little plug in there. So you just take that plug out, pull the whole thing out, reverse the steps, and it's good to go. So now it actually works, but I also noticed that my sprayer doesn't work. So I'm assuming it's probably just clogged, because when I pull the trigger, I can actually hear it working. I can hear it, like, you know, the mechanism working, the motor running, but nothing's coming out of it. So I'm assuming it's probably just clogged with debris and shit like that. So I might just see if I can stick a needle up in there and clear it out and see if I can get that to work, because I would like my rear sprayer to work as well. Something else I did a couple weeks ago, which you may or may not be able to notice, is I actually restored the plastics, like on the bumper, brush guard, fender, and the side railings, even the mud flaps too. I just used Mother's Back to Black, which I was a little worried might actually make it black, because those plastics are a dark gray. They're not black. But thankfully it didn't. It didn't have any dye in it, so it just brought them back to life a little bit. They're already kind of starting to fade a little bit, which is kind of annoying. But, I mean, it's good enough for now. It does look a whole lot better, so yeah. One of the other things that we're going to try and work on today, if I have time, is these wipers are pretty rough. You can tell all the paint's faded, starting to rust here a little bit. Same with down here. So I'm going to see if it's not too much trouble to try and take these arms off, grind it down a little bit, and just hit it with some flat black. Blech, can't talk this morning. And hit it with some flat black paint. And then I might try and take that Mother's Back to Black for these wipers as well, although they really need to be replaced soon anyway. Otherwise, if you guys were wondering about the CRV, you know, I've had it for a few months now. I've got the lift on it. The lift has settled. You can kind of see what the ride height is gonna be now. It's honestly, I mean, I would be surprised if it's anything more than like an inch over stock ride height, if that. You can tell it's not really castered forward as much as it was. And I know castered isn't the right term, because caster only applies to front, but you know what I mean. The front wheel is kind of more forward than it should be. So thankfully I don't have to get trailing arm spacers. I think I can leave it the way it is. I'm going to get some 215 75R15s for it. which are only slightly more than what I have on it right now, which are 205/70 R15s. So they're just gonna be a little bit wider, a little bit taller, but with the more aggressive offset of the SSR Mark 1s that I have on the way, it should work out pretty well. It should sit pretty flush. So I don't want anything big. I'm not going for like a Jeep stance where they're gonna sit like 2 inches out of the fenders. I'm not doing any crazy off-roading. I just want it to look better. And when I go camping, it's gonna drive a lot better, perform better. So that's what we're gonna do. But man, this thing has been amazing. No issues whatsoever. Gets great gas mileage, super comfortable. Way, way, way better than when it was slammed. So very good purchase. I highly recommend you guys get one. Well, I almost forgot one quick thing. I have something very cool on the way, and it is in here. We're not gonna be able to get to it in today's video because it isn't here. Probably won't be here for another week or so, but it's in that clip that I showed you that's gonna be getting changed. So if you can correctly tell me what it is down below, I don't know, I'll send you like a free sticker or something like that. So comment down below what you think it is that I changed, and if you're right in the next video, I'll send you something. Okay, let's stop yapping and let's run to the auto parts store because I'm pretty sure I don't have any flat black paint. So for the wipers, I should just be able to take, there now you can see it, that and that off, and it should hopefully just pop out. I don't know how stuck it's gonna be, but I guess let's try. So I just went and tried to give it a little yank, see if it come off, and so I'm sorry you didn't see that, but all right, as you can see, they came off super easily. So I'm just gonna scuff them up a little bit, try and get rid of some of this loose paint and rust, and then just hit them with some flat black. Probably good for the rust. Now let's just see about scuffing this up a little bit. It's so awkwardly shaped, it's hard to grab and get any good grip on. Man, it feels so good to be outside doing shit to cars again. It's like probably 60 degrees outside right now. Fucking incredible. Kind of looks like someone already tried to paint this at some point because there's runs, or someone tried to spray something on it. Honestly, just scuffing this up is making it look a ton better. I'm not really looking for perfection, as you guys, if you watch the channel, you know I don't aim for perfection, I aim for good enough, which is what you should do as well. You never get disappointed if you aim for good enough. Disappointed? Never mind. That one should be good. I'm gonna call it good enough. They're wiper arms. I'm not painting a whole car. Ain't that big of a deal. I'm just gonna be hitting it with some of this Krylon Fusion Color Max It's what I use for pretty much everything when I have to do painting. It's some of my favorite paint. Seems to adhere really well. It sprays really well. You don't get a bunch of globs and stuff coming out of it. And it's cheap. It's like $8 a can, so it's not terrible. And it seems to do pretty good against rust. I actually painted a whole car in this stuff. Editor, put a picture of it right here. I'm the editor. All right, let's paint this. Let's see, let's start like this. Shit, okay, there we go, that works. Put the other one like that. All right, I just put the last coat on, as you can see, and it's looking pretty good. Not perfect, but it's not what we're going for. So we'll give it like 10 or 15 minutes, let it dry, and we'll put them on. Yeah, these look way better. All right, now let's make sure I didn't fuck anything up. Also, shout out Night Ride for the keychain. I'm gonna give it a little spray so it's not super dry. Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. Yay! I am super happy with the way these turned out. I didn't end up doing the blades, as you can see, but they need to be replaced anyway, so I mean, there's no point in spending any time, effort, and money on it when I'm gonna replace them anyway, but man, these arms just look so much better now. Last thing I want to try and work on in this video is my exhaust has actually been kind of loose. At idle, it like rattles. I don't know if you can't really hear it, and I'm not exactly sure where it's even rattling, but, well, I wonder if it's hitting the sway bar. Oh shit. That might be it. Might not be much I can do about that. Unless I can... Just gonna see if I can lower this mount some, but I don't think so. Maybe this one? Well, actually, may not be anything I can do. Well, actually, maybe it's just hitting... Maybe it's just hitting the bumper. I cranked on it a little bit. I don't know if it'll do anything. I'm gonna set you guys in the grass facing the exhaust, and I'm gonna start it up and see if we can notice anything. See anything. And back there is not really moving that much. Thinking it may have just been hitting that plastic on the bumper, but it sounded more metallic. I wonder if it's not just something else that's rattling and not the exhaust. I don't know. I know we really didn't do much of anything in this video, but most of that is because I had already filmed an entire video and it got all corrupted, so kind of had to just recoup what I already had lost. But either way, it's these small victories that really keep me going, keep me loving what I'm doing, so I'm not upset. I hope you guys enjoy just watching, you know, quick little videos like this. I'm gonna go work on the other video now. It should be up in about a week or so, so you guys will actually be getting another video from me pretty quickly. I know we went about a month without one, but thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.